Hey, Coach Fred, what's happening? Good morning, good morning. Can't seem to get Tradeify to get rid of my old accounts. So what do we got going on here? First thing I do is check the news. Had some news at 8:30 this morning. 9:45 Chicago PMI. It's all in the orange folder, so not too much. Alright, there's the market open. Here we go. The casino is open. Dow's blasting up here. I'm going to look to take the aggressive school run probably this morning on this Take Profit Pro account. I'm going to trade it super aggressively, so we'll see how it works out. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. Nasdaq's pushing up here. Kind of looks like we want to fill that gap from what day was that? 126, January 26. It's not the line I wanted. So it's kind of like that. Why doesn't it work? It's kind of where the gap is from 126. So, hey Eric, what's happening, man? So you use support resistance as a strategy, sort of. Hope you had a great night. Also, do you wait for? So the only thing is, yeah, the 15-minute. So no, this is just something I was kind of looking at. Was these pivot points on the 15-minute chart. It's just something I recently started watching. The only thing I really mark out or have marked out is the high and low of the Asian, the high and low of the, or the Globex, I should say, the high and low of the current session, and I wait for the initial balance. So the first hour of the day. That's the only lines I have marked out. These are just, but today, because we had that giant gap up above from January 26th, it's really looking like it wants to try to fill that today. And I have that marked out at like 900, about 900 level, 21,900. So, but yeah, I tried to come in without a bias, but you know, that level is just sitting right there. So, but we can get there pretty quickly. I mean, it's NASDAQ, so we're only 80 points away or 70 points away now. So I'm gonna look at YM today too. I'm gonna see what happens here at 9:45 with the YM for the aggressive school run trade, and we'll go from there. No, not necessarily, Eric. It's just something, just a level I'm looking at. Good morning, Husk. How's it going, man? Hope you're well. No, Eric. No, I definitely wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I'm still learning myself, for sure. So definitely going to try to be a little bit patient with the setup. The aggressive school run trade on the YM hasn't been working too well this year. But, you know, this account is a pro account, so the way I look at it, I'm up $400 in my personal account this morning already. $415. And so when I send this trade here, I'm going to send it aggressively. $1,843 of drawdown. We'll see. If it hits, I'll get a payout on this account today. If it doesn't, then the account will be gone. So that's how sometimes I trade my funded accounts like that, especially the ones that you can get paid in the first day. Because to me, it's still cheaper than the personal account. Like if I was to send four minis long, and I got stopped out, I mean, I could lose $1,500 on a personal account. This account cost me what? A couple $100. So that's just one way of looking at it. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta blow my nose. Indoor allergies look crazy right now. Oh, so you like the 9 and the 20 for futures? Yeah, I mean, they work for, like Husk Williams, who is in the chat right now. He uses the EMAs. Methodical Man, he uses the 9 a lot. So yeah, I mean, it works. I mean, it's just, You know, like I said, you know, you find a strategy and just kind of stick with it. Hey, Owlboy, what's going on? Good morning. So, Owlboy, with that Bulanox thing, I talked to Methodical Man about it as well, and we both kind of think that you're fine trading a personal account. They just don't want you trading um, different prop firms together. That's the way we both took that. So, I mean, you can interpret it how you want, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Putting in a massive inside bar here on the 5-minute, 9:35, very first one. I still think we could rip towards that gap. Probably should have waited for a break of that before I hopped in. A little preemptive. So we broke it there. We'll see if we can get a run towards the highs. Yeah, no problem, Owlboy. Yeah, I don't blame you. For sure, Owlboy. I wouldn't do that. It's kind of the way I feel with Apex right now. Like, I don't have that many of accounts with Apex. I'm still waiting for my payout right now. I'm still under review. Pretty risky trade, but I hopped in with micros. You. I stopped out for 166 bucks there. Stop me out now. It's gonna go. You watch. Ouch. That is so hot. Hey Terry, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. How you doing this morning? It come down and stop us out, and then now it's going. Look at that. The bottom ticked me. What did Nutty Bar say? It got shot in the tick. Look at that. Low 788. It came out and literally took out my stop. Oh boy. I can't believe that. Well, I can believe it, but now I hope it takes out the lows, because I'm gonna be mad if it runs way up to this gap after stopping me out exactly to the tick. It's going, Terry. Yeah, I hear you. It's Friday, right? I'm watching YM right now for the aggressive school run. Let's see what YM. Let me just go back here. Boy, I do like the short if it triggers. I have a lot of room to the downside, but like I said, NASDAQ, for some reason I have that bias that we're gonna come up and take out that gap, but having those biases can really bite me. But YM can do different things than like NASDAQ for sure. Now if this bar comes back and triggers along and the NASDAQ starts to go, that's gonna be really good. So we'll just try to look at the price action here. Jeez, guys. That's going to frustrate me. So one of the things that the mindset that Alpine kind of changed my mindset on the way to look at prop firms, even when they're funded, because I used to get so nervous when I got into a funded account. You know, you would get that anxiety just by taking the trade because it's a funded account finally. And he really changed my mindset with his opening range strategy, where he would pretty much just explain that, you know, my risk is the account. So if I paid $80 for the account, that's my risk. It's not the fake dollars that you're seeing on the screen, you know. And if you're used to trading a personal account like I am, you know, $80 is not much, you know. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, of course it is, but it's not much compared to trading your personal account. So he kind of changed my mindset on that. Not that I full send every single funded account, of course, but like at these ones I'm just grinding up. They're looking pretty good. This 25K account's looking pretty good. 26,387. You know, I made 289 on these last night, and yeah, I'll be done with these accounts. The Buellanox master accounts, I hit 600 daily loss limit. That's my personal loss limit. I got a little tilty on the Asian session last night. I went outside my strategy, and that's never a good thing. I stuck with my strategy with my personal account, made $400. Got a little FOMO with the other accounts, figured And to try to make up for that $400 on the other account, and paid the price. But Carlos, what's happening? Good morning. It's Friday. It's gonna be a tricky entry. So I'm gonna short YM. It did trigger. See how it goes. I'm in heavy. Shit, where's my stop? So I'm gonna get YM to take out the lows. I'm gonna have a wide stop and a wide take profit. It'd be nice to get down in this area here. That would be nice. Terry short NQ, so that's good for my position, hopefully. Good luck. I hope your short works out, because if it doesn't, then I'm gonna be really mad about them taking out my stop here at 788 and then going back up. So I'm risking a lot of simulated money. This is a pro account. This is a funded account, but like I said, I'm risking, a big chunk of the account to possibly, if it hits, I'll be getting a payout of $600. If that makes sense, or at least $500. If that makes sense to you all. So. Now, what does suck about this is that with this account, it is intraday trailing drawdown. That's the worst part about Take Profit Trader. So when you're going for big swings like this, you want it to go and not, mess around. You just want it to go. And so hopefully we can get some panic below the lows here and then get a nice flush down. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Nasdaq is pushing up here. Like I said, we still have that gap above. YM still holding down. Let's see what ES is doing. ES is not really doing much. It looks like it wants to push to highs, but sometimes Dow's like watching paint dry. But you know, I'm trading 20 bucks a tick right now, so or 20 bucks a point, which is, you know, quite significant. If these take profit traders were end of day, it would be so good, but they do it for a reason. They do it just because this is the secret what you can do. You know, if you risking the account per se, then and it's an end of day and you're looking for a big swing like this, you know, it could come back. You know, it could get down to here and then come back against me and it would blow the account, which would suck. But if it was end of the day, it wouldn't. You know, that's the differences. But if I get it down below the 2,000, then the end of day stops anyway. I mean, the trailing stops. So currently up 500 on this account right now. See if we can keep. If we see if we can break the lows. Nasdaq's still bumping against the highs here. Oops. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Put this over here. I don't want to trade the wrong account. Yeah, it's the same with this account too, Fred. Right? That's why the My Funded Futures master accounts, starter accounts. You get that extra 500 bucks. So you get 2,500 bucks and it's end of day. So a lot of people don't realize that. But compared to Top Step or any of the other companies, that's 2,000 on a 50K. You get an extra 500 on the My Funded Futures. So yeah, I know you know. Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, I'm not gonna trail it. It might bite me, but we're really not getting that panic yet. I need NASDAQ to follow along, which would help. ES as well. Right now it's not. So. Oh, those static accounts are sweet. The blue sky, yeah. Yeah, you better answer, Eric. For what, Apex or? Oh, thanks, Fred. Yeah, hopefully they'll actually give me a code on Tradeify. Appreciate that, Fred. Yeah, I'm gonna have to contact Tradeify again to see, because I don't know if I'm getting a credit where I'm supposed to be on Tradeify. Oh, on Buellanox. So yeah, so it's 85%, 89, 80. I can't speak this morning. 83% off. And if you use option 1, Tell you right now, it is $29.75 for a 50K account, and $24.65 for a 25K account. And I wouldn't recommend going anything higher than a 50K account with Bulanox because the activation fee will be high. So I recommend like the 25K or the 50K accounts, personally. And if you wanted to use the Project X with Bulanox, you would just request it once you buy the Rhythmic accounts, which is pretty sweet. Project X, it's the same thing as Top Step X. So NASDAQ is, I can't believe that, guys. Look at that. It took us out by a tick. And then rallies 100 points. It literally, the low of this candle was 788. The fill was 788. And now it's up 100 points. I call the market makers. The SEC, right? But a Dow trade's looking right, so this will heal all wounds if I can hit take profit on the Dow trade. It's funny to see how the NASDAQ's rallying and the Dow is coming down. It does this sometimes. They don't always work together. Now, if they're all moving into the same way, then you got something. If the ES, the Dow, and the NASDAQ are all going up, or they're all going down, then that's usually a pretty good sign. But where the NASDAQ's pushing here, trying to fill that gap, ES is pushing up higher. Oh, cool. Cool, Eric. Yeah, I use Quantower for Apex. That's really frustrating. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Ninja. People started using once they learned it, started using it, they love it, but I could never really figure it out. So I started on Tradeovate. It was the easiest. I opened up a personal Tradeovate account and traded that. So Tradeovate's just easier for me, and then Quantower is pretty easy as well. And the Top Step X account platform is easy as well. I just like the simplicity. So I broke through that gap. The gap is filled. See here, this gap here. They just filled that gap, so it's looking super bullish. YM came down to the 45,024 and then is bouncing now. If we get a downturn with the NQ, it would be might help out the Dow trade a little bit. It's been a long time since I got stopped out by the tick. So I've had to sit through this trade all day before. Hopefully it's not like that today. But it's a bracket order, so it's like I literally could just walk away. So I'm not going to change it. It's either going to hit it or it's not. Nasdaq's pushing the highs here above 21,900 now. I'm definitely going to make a video about this for the channel. Pick a good short video, I guess. Nasdaq starting to roll over a bit. Coming down off 911. 21,900 is still holding up though. Excuse me. There's no reason to try to like fade this yet, unless you're just like scalping. I mean, you're gonna need some confirmation to try to go for a short. This is a wicked bullish move. So don't try to like catch the top. Just remember the market can always go higher and it can always go lower. I would like to see Nasdaq roll over though. I've also seen Nasdaq roll over and then Dow start to rally. I've seen those days as well. So, but if I can get all three of them to start going south, then that'd make me happy. Because it's just like a transfer of money. You know, people putting money in like Nasdaq, or people putting money into the YM. So it can move opposite of each other. I've seen that like happen for days, where Dow's coming down and Nasdaq's going up, or vice versa. So Nasdaq's getting a major pullback right now. It's quite volatile actually. Filled the gap and now it's coming back down. Let's see if we can break the lows of this candle. 864. Or if it just holds up. Like could get a bounce off the 870s. A little trades by Matt wick test. There's the 870. See if it bounces to the 80s. It's trying. There's a bounce to the 80s. So that's a little TBM, trades by Matt Wick test that he talks about all the time. Just came down, bounced off the 70s. He would have grabbed his 10 points right there for a base hit. YM starting to go against me. It's like YM wants to take out my stop. We'll see though. How's everyone else doing? You guys in the trade? NASDAQ is that purple line was where the gap was, so we filled that, and now it's right back to 21,900, and it's starting to push again. It's funny, as NASDAQ pushes, Dow comes down. So at this point, I hope the NASDAQ keeps rallying. There's NASDAQ pushing the highs again, 920. And now it's pulling back. Market's tough when it pushes a high like that and then immediately, you know, rips 11 points and then comes back 20. If you trade minis, it's a little tough. It's a big rejection off 921. Yeah, absolutely, Fred. I'm just mad. I'm mad that my entry got stopped out by literally a tick. Like the tick. I had a 30-point stop. So, and it stopped me out by 30 points. Exactly. I'm not over it, so I'm going to bitch about that the rest of the session, so just be forewarned. Right here, 318. I got in on I tried to get in on the break of this inside bar candle, and it came down and stopped me out, 788. And the low of this candle was 788, and then it rallied. So yeah, so I got in at 818. stopped me out by 788, and yeah, the low of that 5-minute candle was 788, and then it never looked back. It just kept going as soon as it stopped me out. So yeah, Fred, sucked. Freddie, you're the truck driver, right? You drive truck? Hey, Liquidator, good morning, good morning. Oh, sorry. Someone else. Oh, cool. Even better. So you can trade while working from home. That's the best. I feel like one of my listeners is a truck driver. You took the long at 818, liquidated. So did I, and then I got stopped out by 30 points. It sucked. I got stopped out by the tick at 788. You see here, and then it rallied. This is the worst. I was going for the same thing, man. I was going for that gap fill. I had it marked out. I said, oh, I like the long. I went in long here, 818. Placed a 30-point stop. It hit me by the tick. Oh, dude. I'm going to make a short video about that one. Yeah, unlucky, you know. Which, it is what it is. Like I said, if I can hit my take profit on my YM trade, then it'll heal all the wounds. But yeah, exactly. Yep, the market makers were out to get me. I wonder if it. Let's see what it did on the Nasdaq, because I had it on MNQ. So it was this candle here. So on Nasdaq, it wouldn't have hit my take it was 88.50 was the low of this candle, so it wouldn't have hit my. But on the micros, it hit it. I thought about it, but I was in this YM trade. I'm in 4 contracts on this YM, so I actually did think about it. I had the finger. If I rewatch my stream, I had my finger right on that buy market. I was just thinking about it. Yeah, it was just unfortunate, but. So need a YM to take out the lows here. It will look real good. If we can get down to that big psych level, 45,000. I don't like that, but I need for it to not mess around and take out my intraday trailing. Nasdaq came up and bounced off that pivot point at the 923-ish level. I just started watching the pivot point stuff, but I don't really use them that much. No reason to try to fade this yet. I mean, we're basically just trending higher. As you can see, besides the open, each 5-minute candle hasn't broke its previous candle's low at all. So we're just stair-stepping higher at this point. But we'll see. Come on, YM, let's go. Let's move it. But yeah, I've been, I hope so, Josh, for all of them. How's it going today, Josh? Hope all three, ES, YM, and NASDAQ takes a big flush. That's good to hear, man. Hopefully we don't contend with this 45,000 if we break the lows too much and we break down through it. Yeah, I hit my personal DLL on Bulinox and I stuck with it. Did that last night. Oops. I have a $600 DLL and I hit it on the master accounts. So the Tradeifys are up. The personal account is up. And my fund of futures is down. Actually, I the one I've been getting the payouts on, it's actually down. So here's a flush. Now we're working on this pro account from Take Profit Trader. If this Take Profit hits, I get a payout. If not, then the account will be hurting. Oh, nice, man. 4K is a nice payday for a week. I know I can't do that working a regular job. I'm too much of an idiot to make that much at a regular job. Congrats, man. So this is what I don't like what YM's doing, you know, it's especially with the intraday trailing drawdown. I'd have much been happier with the entry on the NASDAQ long and yeah, it moved much quicker. It's getting a little break of structure here. We'll see what happens. The buyers stepped back in and sucking it back up, so we'll see if it holds. Nice little boomer trade flush off the inside bar. It's good for 15 points. I wasn't watching it. I don't know how much drawdown it would have got. I don't think it would have got much. No, it came down. Flush through it. Kellyanne said hi to Josh, yeah. Well, I like Kellyanne because she's one of the only other streamers or YouTubers that actually subscribes to my channel. No one else subscribes, so they're all too competitive. Methodical Man and Husk is. They subbed, but no one else does. Unless they're doing it on their alt account, which is possible, but so we're 900 in profit on that. It just doesn't want to go though. See, this is the problem with the intraday trailing. Now it's at 1,000. was really hoping to get a flush down through, but it's just not happening. Oh, I forgot about Yoma. Poor Yoma. Sorry, Yoma. Thanks, Fred. Yeah, my boy Yoma. Yeah, Yoma, he's a young guy, super smart. I wish I knew about trading when I was his age. I think he's what, like 21, 22? And he does it the smart way too. He doesn't just like YOLO. Dude's held on to like a Beolanox account for like 3 months. Nah, Cove, yeah. Well, they're in it. They're marketers. That's their background. Cove and 0DayJ. I like them both. They're cool. For sure, I'm big fans of them. But I mean, their business is marketing. That's what they did. Is affiliate marketing. So they got into the trading game for the affiliates, which that's why I'm streaming too. Yeah, they're awesome. They're real, But yeah, I mean, sure, people get competitive in this space. Everyone wants you to use their code. Use my code. No, use my code. But just use someone's code. Don't use that default code. So I have a feeling that this... we need a little luck on our side. We didn't get it this morning on NASDAQ. I can't afford that much trailing drawdown. Matter of fact, the trailing drawdown probably will be smoked before it even gets to my stop, if it gets up there. But it's consolidating here. It's not looking good. Let's see what NASDAQ's doing. NASDAQ's consolidating. Could have swept below here and then immediately push back up. So let's see if it holds. I mean, this was a break of structure here. This could just start. This could be the top. It could just start to downtrend down. So, but now, what it's been doing all day is that where NASDAQ pushes down, YM's been pushing up, and vice versa. So. Send it lower, Josh. Get in some Dow puts. Send this thing lower. Certainly feels heavy, but it's hard to want to fade this big move here, but definitely feels heavy, Josh. Feels like we filled the gap. It feels like we pushed above it. Now it feels like we're rolling over, but this could just be consolidation before another leg higher. It could be. I mean, right now we're just chopping around. It's just doji after doji after doji after doji after doji, so... Yeah, Fred, for sure. So I reset this Take Profit Pro account for $600. I made $415 on my personal account. So for today, my net profit will be negative like $200, like $250. So, that's the way I kind of look at it. If I didn't make money on my personal account today, I probably wouldn't have reset this Take Profit Pro account. But I wanted to take this trade today, and I didn't want to take it on the personal account because it would have cost me $1,000 on the personal account. So So as I get a little discount on this trade. And if I hit take profit and I didn't take loss on the MNQ, then I would have ended up paying for the reset essentially with a payout. So if that makes sense to anyone. So that's how I kind of play like my personal account versus the prop firm game. Sometimes it works really good. Sometimes it doesn't work very good at all. Because like if I would have ended up getting the payout here, I would have still been up $400, and then been looking at getting daily payouts from here on out, and the account would have been paid for on this one trade. So, but right now it was looking real good, up 1,000, and now it's not looking so good. But we'll see. Just gonna let it play out. I mean, the market did what it wanted to do to me this morning. Obviously, got shot in the tick, as Nutty Bar would say. But yeah, the Dow is super boring this morning. Let's look at gold. Looks like we would have been stopped out on our little gold trade between the 10 and 11 o'clock. Gross. So you see my drawdown here. This is what sucks about intraday trailing drawdown. So I would take profit pro accounts, kind of, unless you're a scalper, you know, you're better off just going for the bigger accounts. Maybe like the 100Ks are nice. Just get a little more drawdown. And you couldn't do it. You couldn't do this trade without with the daily loss limit. But that's gone. All right, Nasdaq, you stopped me out by a tick. Now, YM, let's go. Let's have a little luck on my side. I can go flush now. Look at Nasdaq just rallying again. So we got a bit of a consolidation, and now we're just pushing the highs again. This might be a good little video idea too. I need to do some more short videos and things like that to promote the channel. So believe it or not, the short videos bring the most subscribers and views. It's because everyone's got like a 20-second attention span. And then second is the live. The long form videos, they don't do anything. And I spend the most time doing the long form videos. Like I spend like all Sunday editing a long form video, and I'll get like 30 views and no subscribers. But the short videos and the live is where it's at. Look at Nasdaq go. Hey Trading Star, how's it going, man? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. So we're taking some heat on this Dow trade. It is what it is. We went in heavy, swung for the fences, and probably burned the account, but Sri Lanka. It's nice, man. I don't know my world geography, so I have a small town in Maine education. So if that tells you anything. Oh, nice. "3 weeks vacation. That's great, man. So now you're back, you all refreshed, getting ready to trade again." Yeah, vacation to a nice warm climate sounds good right now. Really does. So our stop is in the right place apparently, so if it gets taken out, it gets taken out. Oh, nice, yeah. The starter accounts, Trading Star. Yeah, I just got 2 payouts on the starter accounts last month. Nice $2,400. While I'm waiting for my Apex payout, breathing and relaxing. Still under review. What's 0 Day J do? He refreshes it all the time. Which is kind of funny. Under review. Let's refresh. Still under review. Just $500. 28th. Just a few days. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get paid out on it. Yeah, luckily it's only $518, Josh, so I'm not sweating it. I mean, sure, I want it. $500. I live in Litchfield, Maine. I don't have enough subscribers to have stalkers yet. I hope, but yeah, I live in Litchfield, Maine. Trading Star. I've pretty much lived here my whole life. I moved to Augusta for a little while with my girl. She had a house there and I was homeless. She's probably listening. No, I wasn't. Well, I was actually renting a place, but I moved in with her. And then I was working for the Augusta post office for years. I worked there for I always say 15 years, but it was really 14 and change. Yeah, see, she's listening. Well, Nicole, my girlfriend right there, she's from Germany originally. See, Trading Stars from Germany, Nicole. But you just took a vacation in Sri Lanka. I hope I pronounced that right. Nicole's the one that's gonna hear me bitching about being shot in the tick by NASDAQ later, and she's not gonna not gonna know what I mean at all. She knows when I have bad trading days. She can see it all over my face. She doesn't know if I have a normal red day or a green day. She don't know because that doesn't bother me. But she knows when I'm on tilt. She knows when I'm trading all day long and then all night on tilt. She don't want to be on here, Trading Star. Maybe someday. If I get a bunch of subscribers. So we're still sitting in this at YM trade. We've been sitting in it since 9:45. So this is one of those days where I would set the bracket order, and then I could just leave, go about my day. But did you lose money? Yeah. At this point, I'm kind of emotionless when it comes to losing or making money, unless I have a giant losing day or a giant win day. Like today, if I lose today, I lost a couple $100. It's not a big deal. Still up for the week. But just through experience, just I've been trading stocks and day trading futures for over 10 years now, so it's like you take the losses with the wins, but it's just when I go on tilt, especially on a Friday. That's always the worst, right? And I'm not gonna do that today. If I lose this trade, I lose it. It's not gonna ruin my weekend. I'm gonna rethink about it, like the trade itself, like why it hasn't been working lately. I'm probably gonna do a little back testing, just kind of go over the charts, over the weekend. I like to do that kind of stuff. I've come up with my best ideas though, like after a tilt session on a Friday. And then you go back to the books, right? You go back to the study books, and you go, well, what the heck am I doing wrong? And then sometimes you have that green light moment over the weekend, that light bulb moment. Yeah, for sure. I just go on hikes. When the weather's good, I go on a hike, clear my mind after tilt sessions. Well, this is a super boring trade. Nasdaq's coming down now, which is nice. Hopefully, YM's been doing the opposite, but hopefully they start to follow each other. ES is pulling back as well. So. But yeah, Nicole's been my biggest supporter for sure. I mean, when I've lost $30,000 in one day, things like that, she hasn't told me to quit yet. And that's real money. But thankfully, I'm young enough and still able-bodied enough to go back to work and recover my losses, my trading losses sometimes. But that was with 0-day options, and I haven't touched that again. Although futures can be just as bad. So we took some heat. We were just about ready to get stopped out. Now, wouldn't it be a blessing if it comes down and lets me have a nice big win after what NASDAQ did to me this morning. But we gotta break them lows, and we gotta get down to the 45,000 at psych level. NASDAQ's really pulling back down to the 21,900 level. Could this be it for the bulls? Or are we just gonna kind of hold this channel? We're still in a bit of a channel on the 5 minute, you know, so see if we can start to break down through it. I think we have to get down below the 900s and then the 890s for it to really start to break the channel. Starting to do that now. Let's see if YM can start to follow this thing. It just doesn't want to. NASDAQ's going down and then YM starts to push up. I don't really have too much to say, guys. It's just letting this trade play out. If I was super aggressive, I'd be trying to scalp NASDAQ while I'm short YM. But it's just tough. It's tough because I have a short bias, obviously, with the YM. And I have a NASDAQ bull bias. And so it's just kind of playing that game in my head right now. So I'm not going to try to, like, do anything too crazy with NASDAQ. But I have in the past done this where if you have the buying power, you know, I'll trade NASDAQ as long with YM, and yeah. Sometimes you can make up for it, like if YM starts to go in the red, and then all of a sudden you're scalping NASDAQ for 15, 20 points green, and the account kind of saves the account, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing that today. How is everyone else doing today? You guys still green, red, sitting on your hands? It's kind of tough unless you caught the long. Josh wanted to buy some puts. Tried for a few scalps this morning and didn't, before the market opened, it didn't quite work out. Where in Germany are you from, Trading Star? If you're still listening. Well, YM's back in the money. NASDAQ is just unwilling to flush. Getting some nice pullbacks, but then the buyers will keep buying it back up. So, could this be a true trend day? It's kind of starting to look like it. It's just trapping sellers. Trap them here. Trap them here. taking out the highs again. See, 940 is the high. I don't know. It usually doesn't like to hold those whole numbers there for the highs and lows. But we'll see. Looks like it wants to take out the highs here. I've also had this trade not work out at all, and then they end up just closing it at like just before the 4 o'clock hour, my time, Eastern. I've had that happen. I've had, Dow just sit here and just do this all day. It's very possible. It's kind of feeling that way now. But I mean, if it's kind of printing a little bit of a range day, it's not going to look good for my entry and my stop loss for sure. I definitely can't make a short video about this trade. Change up the music a little bit. You're only limited to so much music on YouTube, which kind of sucks. It'd be awesome if you could actually play a real playlist. A little something upbeat. Yeah, oh boy, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we were right about it, but yeah, we got stopped out. So yeah, this market is a little tough unless you caught the long, unless you're just going for like little scalps, which is perfectly fine. Take a base hit or something, but yeah, just don't try to catch the top, because right now we're just itching to go to 22,000. But yeah, I mean, that's perfectly fine, Owlboy, sitting on your hands. I like that, patience. Yeah, you never know. I mean, I don't know. Do we have any news? Kind of thinking no. To shake up the market a little bit. Nothing really. So yeah, it's pretty quiet the rest of the day. All right, YM, let's go. Let's break these lows. We got like no momentum in YM, so with the intraday trailing drawdown, I'm considering if we break the lows to trail my stop, because like I only have this is what my trailing drawdown right now, and I'm in 4 contracts, or I might take off some, but then I'll kick myself if it goes down and hits my TP. But on a non-trailing drawdown account like Top Step, this would have been a no-brainer. I would just leave it. But with the intraday, I'm hesitant. For sure, Owlboy, and I can guarantee, like, if I wasn't on stream right now, that entry this morning that I got stopped out on would have tilted me just a tad, because I could feel it. I could feel it just a tad. I wanted to revenge that trade, but yeah, because someone asked me, like, why didn't I just go long? Or why didn't I just re-enter? And I wanted to, and I'm gonna rewatch my stream later, and I guarantee I'm 99% sure I had my mouse cursor on the buy button to re-enter. Like, I wanted to do it, but I was like, oh, I'm in this YM trade. I'm like, heck with it, just leave it alone. Because I just knew it was gonna take out that gap. It just felt like it was gonna take out that gap. And that's the thing that usually puts me on tilt the worst, is like, it's not losing money or getting a losing trade. It's just the fact that I either took the setup and it like stopped me out by a tick or something like that, or I didn't wait for my setup and then my setup worked, but I was too impatient to wait for my setup, and then I try to make up for it, after the fact, and that can put me in a little bit tilty session. But so Nasdaq's just taking out the highs again. Got the 60s ripe here, but 22,000 is just right there, so just puts us up in here. We're in this mess, this chop zone between like 22,000 and 22,050. So we're in this 15-minute fair value gap right here now, so it looks like we're going to fill that to the 70s, possibly. At least if we get above that, then we could push to 22,000. Just my thinking. Yeah, I'm kind of a momentum trader myself, Owlboy. So yeah, when it works awesome. When it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, I don't know. It's just. Oh, thanks, Trading Star. Nicole, do you know where that is? Where he's from? Finally looks like we're gonna break the lows here. Where are you from, Nicole? I forget. She's from Germany, that's all I know. New 1 hour coming. Yep, trading star. Yep, exactly. Top of the hour, 11 o'clock Eastern. I'm watching my trade here. Currently up $640 on this trade. 4 contracts. Really would like to see a flush here. What's the NASDAQ doing? Pushing highs again. Got a German invasion in my chat. She set it up in the chat there. Bad Newheim. Bad. Don't ask me to pronounce that stuff. I pick up a little bit of German from her, but not much. 30 minutes from Frankfurt, trading star, she said. Come on, YM, let's go. Let's move this sucker. I've had this trade work in like 5 minutes or less. You know, you bang out 130 points plus. Today, it's just one of those days where it's just... There we go. Starting to break down a little bit lower here. God, it's just not wanting to go. There we go. There's a bit of a flush there. It's $5 a point. Currently trading $20 a point, trading star, which is quite heavy. Can't afford to let this come back against me now. Here's what I'm gonna do. Because of the trailing drawdown, I'm gonna take off some risk. Oops, can't do that. Taking off 3. Place and stop back at break even. See if we can get that flush. If I was trading a non-intraday trailing drawdown account, like an end of day, I probably wouldn't have done that. But that was almost it. When it came back here, I only had like $150 left to draw down in that account. So we locked in some nice profits there. Currently up $850 in this account. Stops at break even. See what happens. Probably won't, well, definitely won't get a payout on this account today, but that's okay. So yeah, it's $5 a point trading star. Currently, that's what I'm at right now. $5 a point. What's NASDAQ doing now? Slow grinding up. Well, I wouldn't want to say slow grinding up, but it is going up. It's grinding up. Pull back here, rip. Pull back here, rip. I hear you. Yeah, I'm addicted to the NASDAQ too, trading star. The NASCrack. It fits my personality better. I'm kind of an anxious person. And NASDAQ is kind of, I feel like NASDAQ's just like me. Nicole's probably going, kind of an anxious person. I can't sit still very long. So we got a nice little day going so far on this Take Profit Pro account. It's not the day I wanted. It always could be better, but yeah, I mean, we took some profits and put stop at break even. Couldn't afford to let it come back against us with 4 contracts. So, hey, Stock Tiger, what's happening? Another YouTuber. I was just saying that I don't have many other YouTubers that subscribe to my channel. Appreciate the sub. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So, Stock Tiger, check this out. Probably people are sick of hearing about it. Got in long here, 818. Came back, took me out by the tick. 788 was the low of this candle. Stopped me out, 788. And then it's rallied ever since. But we've been in this short trade for YM since 940, 950. And it looks like it's finally going to take out our stop there, but it's still a nice little trade there for about, well, we took a little bit of loss on the MNQ, so a good $700 something trade. Looks like it's going to take us out now. So that was a good exit right there. I just kind of kind of basing it off, it was just going to keep ranging, where NASDAQ is rallying and the Dow was coming down, but just very slowly. I would have liked to have seen NASDAQ come and, obviously go lower along with the ES, and that would have helped out our YM trade, but it is what it is. A 583 on this brand new pro account. I'll take it. Gave back a few $100s for the intraday trailing drawdowns, so whatever. Yeah. Thankfully, the YM trade worked out somewhat. I was looking for a bigger move down in this area here, but NASDAQ's doing NASDAQ things, and the Dow just didn't want to cooperate. So thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, Stock Tire. And congrats on your channel, man. It's been growing like crazy, but you're putting in the work. I see you're streaming all the time, so you're definitely putting in the work. So, but congrats on your subs and stuff. It's growing like crazy. So guys, I think I'm going to call it there. Not a bad session. So yeah, so I'm going to put my trades in the comments. I'm going to pin them to the comments. I try to do that after every live session. So if you are just tuning in and you're interested in on what I took for trades, I like to pin them in the comments section. Currently 83% off Bulenox. Use code PINE. 80% off Apex. If you trade Apex, use code PINE. And yeah, I have Tick. And I don't have My Funded Futures or Take Profit Trader, unfortunately, because they said F you little YouTuber. We don't want nothing to do with you and your few hundred subs. So it is what it is, even though they're like my favorite prop firms, but I do trade them all. So, but yeah, so have a good weekend, guys. I'm gonna call it there. It's Friday. It's been a long week. Stay safe the rest of the day. Don't try to fade the top. Just let it do its thing. Don't fade it. And stay safe the rest of the day. Have a good weekend, guys. Appreciate you all tuning in. Thanks. Peace.